Megyn Kelly is one of the top talents right now in news as far as popularity goes. More people are watching Megyn Kelly, many more than any one CNN show. I'm John Mike Keane, and we're going to dismantle mainstream media and celebrate our independence right now with, check out Megyn Kelly.
You're now the largest broadcaster in the news category on YouTube, crushing everybody else. CNN, Fox, their YouTube channels now bow down before you, and you are an independent company with, I understand, 6 people.
News company with 6 people is beating the crud out of CNN, who has thousands. Right? I'll explain that real quick, but listen to this factoid about Anderson Cooper.
CNN, the Anderson Cooper show, which was, across from us for a while, minus 1 hour, had something like 100 staffers.
So Anderson Cooper show has 100 people just on one show. That's Anderson Cooper. And then Jake Tapper would be another couple hundred. And then just think of every show. It's like CNN is made up of probably 20, Megyn Kellys over there. But Megyn Kelly gets nearly the same views as the entire network. That may not even be how well Megyn Kelly's doing. It may be how bad CNN and mainstream media is. They're dead.
So think about it. So in July, we did not beat CNN, but we had 2/3 of CNN's YouTube audience, 2/3. Every single dollar in the multi-billion-dollar CNN audience went into, obviously, their live broadcasts, which we crush. We crush their numbers, dollar to dollar in terms of like the podcast and so on. But let's just look at YouTube. So all those resources go into their YouTube feed as well. And it's got every show on CNN, every single talent. And our one show with my 6 producers came close to crushing them all, and did crush CBS and NBC.
And that's even bigger. CBS and NBC are 2 huge broadcast networks. Now, we're going to talk about money, because this is about advertising revenue. If you have a product you want to sell, Chevy trucks or Coca-Cola, and the eyeballs are over on Megyn Kelly, and you pay for an ad buy, how long are you going to keep buying ads on CNN with tiny, tiny views on terrible, terrible shows? And how long are you going to resist giving money to Megyn Kelly to advertise your product? This goes the same thing for X and Elon Musk, guys. This is how advertising economics works. This is why YouTube works so well for me and my news business. John Mike Keane.
And I just sat on the couch thinking, why would I go back into that? That was terrible. And it makes you a bad person and unhappy. And all they do is stimulate outrage all the time and then get rich off of it. And you have to push somebody else's agenda. And I don't want to do any of that.
This is about being an independent contractor, man. That's where I'm at too. Who wants to do what someone else tells you to do? I became an artist so I could make what I wanted. And then I go into Hollywood and they're all telling me what to make all day. They're like, no, you'll draw this character exactly this way. These are our rules and our parameters. I'm going, oh, sorry. That's not why I got into comics and animation, guys.
And seeing those people in the streets trying to make people put down their burgers and say Black Lives Matter is when I got up off my couch and said, now it's on. Like, I can't stand when people make me do things. I can't stand bullies. And it's in my DNA to stand up against them. And so I had to get back on the air.
In the arts, they were forcing people to put up the Black Lives Matter black square on their profile. And I was shocked. 90% of my art friends complied. They went along with it, which just goes against the grain of basic freedoms. And it's done in the name of that they were doing it really in the name of reverse racism, which is another form of racism.
Yeah, no, I'm so much happier. And it's really changed my whole view on cancel culture. I'm a believer in cancel culture now. I think it separates individuals from companies where they do not belong, where the values are not aligned.
Now, this is where I learned something. I'm an expert on cancel culture. I've been canceled. I'm John Mike Keane. Used to be the president of ABC, and we joke, and now I work in the mailroom. But I have worked in cancel culture so long, I never thought of it this way. That cancel culture is a good thing, because what it does is it just proves that your values are misaligned with your employer. That is, your employer is so racist, satanic, liberal, stupid, backwards, inefficient, anti-meritocracy that you're not a fit there. So they get rid of you, and it does you a huge favor. It's scary to go independent. I get that. But it really is much more where we need to go. And people like Megyn Kelly have made it work.
And I really can't imagine being right now at NBC or frankly at Fox News in this environment and having to comport with their rules on how we talk about these very dicey issues that are all over the news today. I could not do it. It was just a matter of time before I was canceled.
That's legacy media and broadcast can't keep up with even YouTube, which does some censoring, but I'm only saying this is why I won't call them CommieTube. People who say that YouTube censors people, and I get it, they do some of it, but the idea that they've never worked in broadcast, guys. ABC, NBC, CBS, I've worked for Nickelodeon, I've worked for Disney, I've worked for Dreamers, I've worked for Netflix, I've worked for every one of these companies. And the amount of censorship is 1,000,000 times worse there than on YouTube. And YouTube, I've never made a bigger living. YouTube, I've been able to share the gospel, and YouTube has spread that out to 250,000 people. No other platform has allowed me to do that. Even Rumble can't get that reach. They can't get the numbers. So what good is preaching the gospel if it only goes out to 10 people? I'm John Mike Keene.